What's going on, guys? Tony and Jill here, and Mr. Diesel the doggy. Hi, buddy. Well, so we've been asked several times by a few viewers and people along in passing to find out we're full-time RVers. Why on earth would you guys want to go live in an RV? Why on earth would you want to give up a home for full-time travel? Well, me and Jill really have never been the ones to live, in that same line of thought that everybody thinks you should live in. This guideline that everybody has had beat into their head from the time they were born, growing up. This is the way it's got to be. This is the way you got to live. You got to do this. You got to show this to be successful in life. Success in life is what you make it. If you're happy working at McDonald's, you're happy working, sweeping the floor someplace, you know what? Who cares what everybody else thinks? Status, big house, cars, it's not everything. But I think the biggest reason why we wanted to go full-time RV is, well, I know for myself, was getting up every morning, going to work, the same thing, day in, day out. Get up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. After watching Idiot Box for a couple hours, go to sleep, get up, and repeat. It's like the directions on the back of a shampoo bottle, And I and Jill, we're just tired of that. The whole constant routine. The wonderful thing about RVing is we can be any place we want to be. We can stay as long as we want. We can take off and go wherever we want. Well, within reason, because as you can see, we're not at the retirement age. We're not independently wealthy. We have to work. And, as some of you guys have been following us, right now we're actually stuck in a semi-truck. It's kind of the same thing as RVing. We're going around, we're boondocking, we're doing all these things like that. But, we don't have always the choice of the destination for the particular moment. But, it's still great. You're out here, you're experiencing life, you're seeing all these wonderful things. Vacation time that you have, through your job, you work and accumulate all this vacation time. 2 weeks of vacation is not enough to see all the things. I think if you accumulated all of your vacation time and you were able to take it, your 2 to 3 weeks every year, you're still not going to see and experience everything this beautiful world has to offer. You're just not going to have the time to see that. And, most of these companies, you accumulate all this time. They don't want to let you have all your time at once. Like one point in time, Jill had, 2.5 months or so? And talking about, well, you can only have 3 days this month because, we need you to do something else. Work's not everything. Money's not everything. Life and experience and well-being, that is really what life is about. If you're happy, there it is. I just personally love the freedom of being able to go and see and have my home with me. That's really what I like the most about RVing.
Yeah, I like that you can live. You're not running away from everyday responsibility. You still have all the responsibilities you always had. Paying bills, paying taxes. All that you still have, so you're still contributing to society, which some people think living in a vehicle you don't, but you do. I like being able to still be part of society, but yet the freedom of being able to go wherever I want, whenever I want, and sing whatever I want. I kind of got bored seeing the same scenery every single day. It's nice to know that there's other things out there and we can go see them and still work and live like comfortably and still enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, life is not about all the things you can accumulate, all the possessions in life, because at the end of life you're not taking anything with you. At least as far as I know, you're not taking anything with you. So living in the moment like we're doing right now, it's a little scary here and there, because it's out of the normal. It's out of your regular routines. RVing's not always the easiest task to do. It's really not.
Not acceptable.
And a lot of people look at you weird because you tell them, well, I live full time in a vehicle platform.
And we've had, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I look at people when they respond as, oh, I'm sorry. We're not displaced because of any financial issue. We elected to live differently. We elected to live our life on our own terms. We've elected to see all these things this great world has to offer. Unfortunately, we got to work along the way too, but, these people who say this, I mean, for crying out loud, like Jill just said, that we pay taxes, we do this, we do all the same things that everybody does that's in a stick and brick. We pay all the taxes. Hell, even a wino that's sitting there drinking a bottle of wine every other day, living in the gutter somewhere, hell, he's a taxpayer too. He pays tax on that wine every time he buys a bottle. So that's the way I feel about it.
He doesn't have a job. He doesn't contribute to society.
Hey, you never know. He could return bottles.
He may.
So, here it is. It doesn't really matter how much money you have in your pocket. It does. Well, I guess it does kind of matter how much money you got in your pocket. But money does not make you a person. It's the root of all evil, if you ask me. I like money. Money gives me stuff so I can buy stuff and do things I need to do, but it's not everything. But we're kind of getting off topic here.
Living in a smaller space means you don't have to have as much money to afford the things that make life comfortable and still be able to travel. So there's plenty of people that have absolutely nothing, backpack their whole life or however long they choose, all over the country, and they are happier than the people that go to work every single day in a typical society where everyone thinks that this is what you're raised to do. Get up, go to college, go to work 20, 30, 40 years, get a pension, which most companies don't offer anymore, and retire, and then die. That is what we're raised to do. And society makes you feel bad or that you are wrong if you choose any other way of life, which is wrong. And as human beings, we should want to enjoy life because it's very short, and there's so much bad out there. So if somebody wants to be happy, let them, as long as it's not hurting you. Exactly. I don't know if that actually made sense, but it made sense in my head.
Well, just like Jill said, we're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised any, length of time, on this planet. You're really, here today, gone tomorrow. And I like the feeling of living free. Being tied down with all the other crap that we have in the house, it's just stuff. And, like when we were downsizing, we were looking around at half this stuff that we have, and it's like, why do we have this? I haven't seen this in freaking years. Why do I have this? And so basically, the house was a glorified storage unit. That's how I feel about it. You're paying all these X amount of dollars a month, property taxes, paying, utilities every month. Then you got the chores to go along with. And it's just, honestly, it's a burden. That's how I kind of feel about it. It was a burden. The whole stick and brick was a burden.
I think we all, in some ways, live our life for that. I don't know about men, but women want their house and their lives to look like the pictures and magazines and books and stuff. And I think we all live for that one moment that everything comes together, and it's that picture, so. But that picture never comes. You never have the perfect looking house. You never have the perfect family. You never have, that one, and it's only a fleeting moment. It's one moment. Why live like that when you can have so many moments of just pure happiness of whoever created the earth, if you believe in God, if you believe in, the Big Bang Theory, whatever. There's so much beauty out there to enjoy. So why wait for that one moment that's never going to come when you can see the beauty of the world?
like she said, every life is nothing but a series of moments all compiled together. That's how I feel about it. That's how I look about it. I'm sure this is how Jill feels about it too. It's just moments. And why not make the best of every moment you have, every minute you have on this earth, every day that you wake up alive and have breath and air in your lungs. Enjoy it to the fullest. And RVing might not be for everybody. RVing, we love it, but we like to camp all of our life. We've liked to be outdoors and and just experience new things. But there's really no simple answer to why we wanted to go and live outside the box and live in an RV. Yeah, that's really, I guess, she summed it up. Why not?
If it doesn't work, you just go back.
Yeah, and you can start over. You can accumulate more garbage.
It's kind of like jumping out of an airplane. However, if jumping out, because you're taking a big risk. But if this doesn't work out, we can go back. Jumping out of a plane, if it doesn't work, you're not going back. Just saying.
Alrighty then. Moving on.
The dog didn't think that.
Note to self: do not jump out of the plane with a malfunctioning parachute or without one. Is it good to have kind of a backup plan in case RVing doesn't work? Yeah, it probably is. Have something you can fall back on. Now, RVing, it's not. We watch RV shows, we watch RV channels, and a lot of people do make it out to be everything's hunky-dory all the time. And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. It's not hunky-dory all the time. I mean, Boomer, every time I turned around, Boomer was leaking. He's leaking hydraulic fluid out of one of the stabilizer jacks. And now I've been looking and I look and look and look, and now every time I think I've got that problem solved, I'll turn the corner and then I'll hear beep, beep, beep. So, those are kind of things that we don't necessarily always put into our videos. But, life happens, and you can't let it get you down. You just got to kind of move on. But, we're not going to sit here and preach to you that RVing's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's not, and it's not for everybody. RVing works for us, but, we're willing to take the hassle here and there to live the way we want to live, I guess. And, I guess really what want to say is if you really wanted to go out and experience life RVing, and you've never RV'd, you've never camped, and you're not sure you like the outdoors, I would suggest probably go rent an RV or rent a camper trailer, or go buy you a $20 tent and go camping for multiple weeks and see if that's the kind of lifestyle you want. Don't go jumping in and go buy you a $40,000 or $200,000 rig like we've seen across this country of people who had more money, I think, than common sense, and went out and spent $200,000 or $300,000 on a rig and absolutely hate it, and talking about how they're going to have to get out of that because RVing's not for them. The pneumatic lifestyle's not for them, and it's not for everybody. You gotta come up with ingenious ways of I guess how to have the creature comforts that you've come accustomed to, like abundance of water. Your water supply doesn't run out at home unless you didn't pay your bill. But when you're living in an RV, you've got so many gallons of water, and if you're going to be out in the sticks for a month, you got to kind of think about that. You have to either really conserve your water, or you'll have to bring water in, or you'll have to disconnect your rig and go find water someplace. A lot of people think that's just too big of a hassle. To me, to enjoy the beauty that we have in this world, I'll make the extra trip. I'll truck in some water if I have to. If nothing else, we'll pack up Boomer and we'll go to town. We'll find a place to get some water. So for us, it's not that big a deal. For some people, it may. So if you're going to try to become full-time RVers and you've never done it, you should really sit down and make a list of things that you really want out of RVing. Your realistic expectations of what you want.
And what you can and cannot live without, because some of those might not match up.
Yeah, we've actually ran out of water. I'm like, oh wait, can't brush our teeth here at the moment to go get some water. Yeah, that's not always a good feeling in the morning sometimes.
And
but
some campgrounds don't have the best water, so even with the filter, I would kind of question drinking it.
Now, what we usually do before we actually hook up to a park water in Boomer is we have a clear jug, and we actually run their water into that jug to see how cloudy that water is. If that water's not clear, even though we have a filter,
we've been to one campground and it was brown.
The water was brown.
And
yes.
we thought, well, maybe they're working on a pipe nearby. We went to all of the hookups that were in the area for that campground, all brown, and a filter would not have cleaned it. I mean, it would have, like 4 or 5 times through. But anyways, if you want to know what campground that is in Ohio, let me know.
Was that in Ohio? I thought that was someplace else. Okay.
It was in Ohio.
I do know the one place that was questionable about water. I was thinking, this is not going to be good water. Honestly, that was the best place we've ever got water. I mean, that water was actually good right out of the tap. Without a filter on it was good. I think that was in Kentucky.
Yes.
That was, very, very interesting. Dog butt. Apparently he heard a noise. But, like I said, really this video was about, what made us want to do it. And I guess really what made us want to do it is we're not normal.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. You've been watching a couple fools. No, I'm just kidding.
That is true.
But no, we just, I don't know how to put this.
We take risk, but they are
somewhat calculated.
Small risk.
Well, this is a big risk. But, we really, I don't know. I guess you're kind of born with that whole nomadic nature, whether you want to be out and about and seeing the things that you want to see versus the sitting around and, like I said, for other words, is waiting to die. And as we've gotten older here in the last, few years, I want to see these things. I've watched friends that around my age that aren't always as healthy to go out and be able to do those things. I've had friends who have been younger than me who have passed away, from stress related issues and things of that nature. And, I guess looking around and seeing that, it just kind of made me want to appreciate life a little more and experience anything and everything I can while I'm still fortunate enough to be here.
Yep.
So I guess that really sums it up to why we chose to be RVers, for me anyhow.
Life is about taking risk and about living the life that was meant for you, not for everybody else.
Exactly.
So if this is what you want to do, then do it. Again, if you've never been camping, you might want to try. Or if you haven't traveled, maybe start small.
Yeah, if your car can't make it, if you got a little extra money, rent you a car, take the road trip. Don't sit back and wait for life to happen for you, because just sitting around waiting for life to happen is not going to happen for you. You have to actually go out and live your life. You have to go chase down your dreams. You have to make things happen in your life. You can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. Like I said, we work 9 to 5 every day, and we did go out and do things. We didn't just sit around and but you still, like I said, back to the stick and brick thing, it was a nuisance because you either had to come home and do yard work, you had to come home and take care of the place. You couldn't leave the place because, oh God, I can't leave for 3 or 4 weeks. What the hell is happening to my home? Is somebody broken in there? Or you have to get somebody to come over to your place and check on it for you because you're gone for so long. God forbid you're clear across the country and somebody's messed around at your house or broke in, did this, done that, stole all your stuff. Well, now you got to cut your trip short and try to get home, hopefully before, you know, these guys have made off with everything. Because if you're gone for that many weeks at a time, you know, they could have cleaned you out more than once. So
I wish they would have done that like right around the time we were leaving.
when we were downsizing with all the stuff that was there, that would have been great. You guys could have came, just, you know, took it all.
That would have been a lot easier.
That'd been a lot easier. Yes, exactly. We might actually get a little bit of money instead of going to the trash too. Because hey, man, they broke in the house, man. Insurance, man. We all that insurance we've been paying for years. No,
that's illegal.
I didn't say we didn't do anything illegal. I just at that time, hell,
I guess it wouldn't be because if somebody actually broke in.
So anyway, give me my check. Give me some of my money back. No, I'm just kidding. But well, you know, we got duped on our whole bus deal there. When somebody broke in our bus, they're pay that. No, anyway, another rabbit hole. But like I said, that's really, I guess, kind of made us want to live life differently, and just, you know, we're not. I guess I don't really know how to say it.
We're trendsetters. No, I'm kidding.
We're trendsetters. Well, I don't know about trendsetters.
Just be happy.
Exactly. Be happy. Do whatever makes you happy. You know, live differently. You know, get out there. Everyday life is an adventure. It's an adventure you should take. Life's a risk. You know, life's a gift. Don't waste
Definitely
your
a
gift.
gift.
Take time to experience all the wonderful gifts that there is in this world. You guys have been following around, seeing some of our pictures. We have seen some amazing things. I mean, in just a short amount of time. Granted, you know, work's had me all over the place when we were in Boomer, and now that we're taking a little detour here for this few weeks here in the truck, you know, we've still seen some beautiful things while we've been out here in the truck too. It's just here lately we've been running later in the evening, so we haven't really been able to really explore much other than darkness.
Yeah.
But
while we're in here, it's dark outside.
Yeah, it's dark outside, and we're actually getting ready to head to Colorado. Back to the cold. This sucks. Can't wait to get back, get Boomer, hit the highway, and come scare some neighborhoods around you, I guess. I don't know. But no, we definitely want to thank everyone for watching. If you haven't subscribed, and hopefully this video didn't make you want to unsubscribe, but you know, we just wanted to kind of touch base here. You know, we've had several people ask, and you know, private messages and stuff through Facebook, Instagram, and things like that, of why we wanted to do this. And I can't even talk today either. Hopefully this will answer some of your questions. If you have some sort of direct question you want to know, please feel free to ask us in the comments down below. And if you have any questions about, you know, trying to downsize, how to become full-time RVers, please, by all means, ask us. We'll try to give you as much knowledge that we have about it, which might not be much, but we'll do our best to help you out with it. And there's just a great community of RVers out here, van dwellers, and people who decided to live life on their own terms. And I'll tell you what, some of the people that we've met out here are some of the most wonderful people you'll ever meet in your whole entire life. So don't look down on us out here in the RVs. Don't look down on us and pity for people who are in vans. We're just people who decided to live our lives the way we wanted to. And the other benefit of living in an RV, it's a lot cheaper. Get to keep a little bit of that extra money you've been working and trying to save all your life. So,
yep,
let you experience more things. And hopefully by the end of next year, we can go abroad and do some exploring. Hopefully. If we play our cards right, or I might just, you know, have to smuggle Jill in a backpack to get us over there, or a duffel bag or something. It's cheaper for one. It's cheaper for
little kid.
Yeah, it's cheaper for one ticket. Anyhow, until next time, guys, get out there and adventure more. And this is Tony.
Jill.
Saying, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.